This is Cena Radio, Windsor, Detroit, on the CINA 102.3 app, at CinaFM.com, on TuneIn, on Smart Speaker, and at 102.3 FM. Cena Radio, every device, everywhere. The following program does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the management, staff, or advertisers of Cena Radio.
كل مرة بنتلاقى بحدا بيسألنا شو الأخبار. تابعونا كل نهار ربعة الساعة 3 بنتناقش ونتحاور ونسلط الضوء على أهم المواضيع اللي بتخصنا كلنا بتجرد وموضوعية. برنامج شو الأخبار مع حسين هاشم كل نهار أربعة الساعة 3 على راديو سينا 102.3 FM. تابعونا لتعرفوا شو الأخبار. مستمعينا من راديو سينا 102.3 اف ام ومن صفحة واتساب شو الأخبار واتساب ميديا نتورك على الفيسبوك. تحية لكم متجددة كل نهار أربعة. معكم حسين هشم على الهواء من الساعة 3 للساعة 4 بمواضيع جديدة بتهم الجاليات العربية والشرق الأوسطية الموجودة بمنطقة مترو ديترويت ووينزر كندا. اليوم حلقة حلوة ومواضيع جديدة وضيوف جداد. رح نتحدث بالقسم الأول من الحلقة مع العقاري علي شرارة وقصة نجاح كتير حلوة وشيء بيرفع الراس. قدروا يحققوا هاي السنة انه يكون التيم تبع علي نمبر 1 بميشيغان لسنة 2018. بدنا نحكي مع علي عن هذا الموضوع وسر نجاحه أكثر وأكثر إن شاء الله بأول قسم من الحلقة. بالقسم الثاني من الحلقة رح يكون معنا خضر فرحات ومظاهر من جمعية Educare for All ورح نتحدث عن الجمعية وعن البرامج اللي هن بيقوموا فيها والايفنت اللي عندهم اياه هن نهار السبت اللي رح يروحوا فيه على ديترويت ويعملوا فيه شغلات. فنتحدث اكثر عن هذا الموضوع. ببدايه الحلقه بنتشكر السبونسرز تبع واتساب ميديا نتورك على الفيسبوك والسوشيال ميديا كلهم. حميد دكروب المحامي حميد دكروب من ستيت بلانينج اند بروبيت اتورني. دكتور محمد هزيمي من ابلايد مودرن هاوس. بيج ريز كويك كلوب على اوكمان وفورد رود بديربون واسواق البلد ايفر فريش ماركت. كمان تعازينا الحاره لعائله الاستاذ محمد جابر وعز علينا وإن شاء الله الله يرحمه ويجعل مسواه الجنة يا رب. بحب نذكركم اللي بيحب يتواصل معنا على الحلقة ويشارك بالموضوع أو يعطي تعليق أو يسأل سؤال. الأرقام من ديترويت هن على 313-769-6666 313-769-6666 ومن وينزر كندا على 519-256-1023. خلينا نرحب بضيفنا الغالي صراحة على قلبنا علي. أهلا وسهلا.
أهلا وسهلا فيك حبيبي. Thank you for having me.
يعني أنا I've known you for quite some time now. Absolutely. And never felt يعني how proud you know how much I'm proud يعني صراحة
Thank
to
you.
have you with me and this achievement يعني لنوصل for you to get to this achievement أكيد كان في تعب وكان في سهر وكان في كتير شغلات مرقت فيها تحديات. احكي لنا شوية باك جراوند عن علي شرارة اللي ما بيعرفوا لعلي شرارة. مين هو علي شرارة؟
أنا بلشت بالريل استيت بال 2005.
Nice.
I got my real estate license, but at that time I was doing a lot of real estate development. I wasn't doing any ما كنت عم بيع عقارات بوقتها.
Okay.
I decided in 2005-06 to get my license, which I did, and a couple years after that بلشت in the market. But as you know, بال 2007 and 8, this is when we had the market crash.
مزبوط.
And we had in that time it was a very tough time for agents and real estate agents. So this is the time where we're dealing with foreclosure, bank owned, things of that matter. So basically in those years we had to, it was a storm that we had to get through. It was very bad.
You're right.
So I was able to establish my clientele through those years. And I decided by end of 2015-16 start a team.
Nice.
Which I did.
End of 2015.
2015, correct.
Yeah, that's very recent. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it was recent. But 2016, I established a team. I have Ali Ayub with me on the team.
Nice.
Who's a full-time buyer's agent.
Very good.
I also have a part-time agent who also is the John Hazimi.
Very good.
He's also a court officer, a chief court officer with the city of Dearborn. So it's a part-time job for him.
So your team is almost 2.5 members.
Exactly, 2.5 members, and I could tell you, establishing what we did this past year, we did $55 million in sales and close to 200 transactions, which is, I'm very proud to say it's a great achievement.
It is. I mean, to be honest يعني the market is very clear. We've seen teams with 6 members, 10 members, 12 members.
Sure.
For you Smalla was almost 2, let's حتى لو 3 members, 2.5 members.
صح.
For you to do like 55 millions in sales Smalla.
Yeah, it was a great year. It took a lot. No vacation time,
Wow.
no time, no.
I bet.
So, but you know what? Alhamdulillah, it's all the repeat customers that we have, and to us, honestly, getting the title as a number 1 team in the state, and we actually ranked number 9 in the country too, with Century 21.
This year, 2018.
Yes, in 2018.
Wow.
Which is also a great asset. But you know, overall, to us, or to me especially, my clients are number 1.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Ali, what made you go into this field in 2005?
In 2005, like I said, I was doing the real estate development, and I was doing the developments at that time, and I decided that I had a partner that was a real estate agent broker at the time.
Nice.
And he used to come to closings, use his commission check and whatnot into, part of the deal. So I said, you know what, I need to start doing that.
Hello.
I need to get my license, and that's where I found a passion for real estate and selling it.
يعني شو هن what are some of the challenges يعني شو هن التحديات اللي واجهوك أول ما بلشت بهذا المجال؟
Look, starting in real estate يعني a lot of agents take الفكرة إنه والله it's easy. You come in, you do a purchase agreement, you could sell. It's not like that. It's a very tough field. It's remember, you're dealing with the stress of sellers, and you're dealing with the stress of buyers. Having those two, the buyers, am I doing the right move? The sellers having, is this the right move for me? Should I sell this property? So there's high stress in it,
you're right.
and the agent takes that on. So it's a very stressful a job, but overall, if you have a passion for it, you'll do good at it.
عم تحكي مزبوط لأنه especially lately we've seen like an overflow of agents.
Yes.
يعني to be honest, anybody يعني خلص إنه في كتير شباب أو صبايا they want to be in this field. They think that this field is easy.
صح.
What's your message to them?
You know what?
It's not easy money بيقولوا لك إنه والله you know what all I have to do بروح باخد there is an exam right board exam.
Yes, they gotta go through the course.
And I have a license. وخلص what does it take? It takes a suit and some post on Facebook and I'm able to do it.
Yeah.
What's your take?
You know what? I always give that recommendation. Anybody that calls me and says, "Listen, I want to get my real estate license," I say, "Good."
Perfect.
But the best thing that you need to do is make sure you got a stable job. In order to get established in the real estate business, you have to have some other source of income. Because to come in and to start thinking that you're going to make money off the bat, it's a very tough business. And like you said, now we're seeing more and more agents. But this is what we've seen in 2006 and 2007, by the way.
Yeah.
When I got in, my classroom was full when we were going through the training. I probably can tell you out of that, I think I had like maybe about 25, 26 agents with me in that time. Maybe me and another agent are the only ones that are still in the business.
Wow.
So a lot of them will filter out because of the issue, like you said, getting in. So, but it's a great career. It really is. If you have a passion for it and you do well with it, I always welcome people that want to.
So since we moved to that part, what are some of the key feature you need to have as a real estate agent to be successful in this field? يعني from your experience, I know Nasmallah, يعني you have being the number 1 in Michigan and all of this extensive experience. And Nasmallah, you just have to drive around Dearborn and Dearborn Heights and you'll see Nasmallah the flow of Ali Charara's sign. So what's the key Ali to success?
You know, the key is, I could tell you, and I always tell this to agents starting.
Very good.
It's very important to come in on time every morning. Get into the office, whether you got work, whether you don't, whether you're prospecting, not prospecting.
Whether it's sunny or snowy.
Snowy, sunny, it don't matter. Whether, it's frozen rain, it don't matter. Get to work on time. Establish yourself out there. Build that name. You got to remember, when I came into real estate, I would find it hard to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, "Are you looking to buy or sell a home?" And
find it hard as being shy or being scared?
Being shy, it's something different. Remember, you're going to get a lot of rejections.
Okay.
So you get rejected.
How do you act to rejections? That's a good point, by the way, Ali.
Yeah.
In any sales, to be honest, being a real estate, you're partly like a salesperson to some extent.
Sure.
How do you respond or how do you act upon being rejected by someone?
Like there's a lot of coaching that comes into real estate. Like nahna, we use in our office the Mike Ferry system.
Okay.
And there's scripts that we use you got to handle objections.
Okay.
I mean, they come along. You're going to get people that are going to, have an issue with. They don't want to sell. They hang up the phone on you.
Yeah.
But there's always different ways of prospecting. Some people, all they do is prospect all day on the phone.
Most
We
good.
have agents that do that. My way of prospecting is social, just socially being out there.
Okay.
Okay. I have different ways. Everybody's got their own way, and whatever works for you, that's the best.
يعني what
that's
works
the
for
best
you
way.
may not work for
For
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
يعني
Exactly.
It's not a
Exactly. And
clear
it
cut.
takes time.
Yeah.
And it does take time. It's not something you establish overnight or a year or two. This is something that you build on, and you got to keep, as building this a career like this, you just got to keep your clients happy and other agents in the industry happy, because that's how you build your business.
والله هذه كلمة مضبوطة, making other agents in the business happy.
Absolutely.
And we don't want fights to be.
No,
at the end
no,
of
no,
the day.
absolutely
You want to work
not.
together for the best of the buyers.
They're
and
your
sellers.
colleagues. You got to respect them. You're going to have, with agents, with the customers. In order to get repeat customers, it's very important
Okay.
to keep that customer happy.
Very good. بنحب نذكركم انه ارقام التليفونات من ديترويت على 313 769 6666 ومن وينزر كندا على 519 256 1023. كمان نحن هلا عم طالعين لايف على الفيسبوك صوت وصوره من صفحه واتساب ميديا نتورك. اللي بيحب يشاركنا, anybody that likes to ask a question, make a comment, comment علي on his amazing success, you can call us على الاستوديو الارقام اللي اعطيناكم اياها, او تتركوا مسج على الفيسبوك ونحن كمان بنغطيها. علي, going back to our conversations throughout those years, شو هني some of the misconceptions اللي لقيتهم موجودين كانوا عند البايرز ولا عند السيلرز لما بيروحوا بدهم يشتروا؟ شو هني some of the misconceptions او misunderstandings اللي حسيت موجودة عند الباير ولا عند السيلر؟
Look, the biggest thing that's going on هلا كمان in this market
Yeah.
now that we're having, people are under, there's this thing that's going out that for buyers especially,
Yeah.
it's not the time to buy, the market's going to crash again.
That's a good one, by the way. Please.
So we're starting to see that a lot, but I can tell you, going back, the correction that happened after the market crashed in 2008 and all that, I think there was a lot of standards and things that were put in place to have better and safe mortgages in place.
So you don't think إنه لا سمح الله the market is going to crash again?
No. To see it crashing like before, there'll be a pullback. مثل ما عندك بلبنان هلا.
مظبوط.
بصير عندك جمود.
مظبوط.
ما بقعدش في عندك هالباير اللي بده يشتري وهالسيلر اللي موتيفيت بحط هالعقار على الماركت.
Okay.
بيع معهم بيع معهم.
ما
إذا ما
بقاش
بيع
معهم.
it's not that big of an issue.
Okay.
So to see إنه رح يصير a market crash like before, I won't. You're not going to see that. You're going to see a little bit of a pullback, but you're not going to see it.
شو سبب البولباك؟ إنه صار في كتير بيع أو صار في كتير عم بيعرضوا كتير بيوت على البيع أو شيء هيك؟
هلا لك
أو في
we've had
مش مصاري أو شو السبب؟
in 2016 and 17 and 18, we had a great time in the market where the market was driving up.
حلو.
Because you got to remember, 2013, that was it leveled off the
مظبوط.
crash, and the housing market started to incline at the time.
مظبوط.
So you've had an incline since 2014,
مظبوط.
15, 16, 17, and I'm talking an incline. We went back to rates, not to rates, to property values that we had in 2006 and 2005 to be exact.
Wow.
So having that, you're going to get that pullback. Now, the other issue that we're having now is interest rates have gone up.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one of the biggest issues too with buyers. You got rates at right now at 5.5, even at 6%.
Oh wow.
So this is one of the issues that
Compared to 375,
we're having. 3.25,
yeah.
3.75, and 4. You'll see, there's definitely still good rates out there, but the interest rate has gone up, and now you got more supply in the market.
Okay. And بتلاقي كتير عالم علي على طول بيقول لك أنا I don't have enough money to put it as a down payment. What's the lowest they could have to يعني شو هن some of the factors اللي بيلعبوا دور لما واحد بيروح بيعبي على mortgage for example.
هذه بترجع للمورtgage agents, mortgage brokers, but a lot of it, I mean, you can go in with 3.5% down. هلا with the money, 3.5%, 5% down, 10% down, 20% down, but at the end, you can, an agent can go in and try if they don't have enough money that in their bank account, whatever to cover. That's why we put them in with a mortgage broker. So when they sit down with them, we can use concessions.
حلو.
Okay, so concessions, that way they can take a percentage from the sales price, 3% or 6%, as much as the mortgage broker will allow them to get out of there, we can put that as a concession to give them extra money in order to cover their down payment of going in. Well, the down payment is covered. That has to come out of
So
their
there's
pocket,
always
but
عطول في
closing costs.
طريقة لحتى إنه
There's always a way.
There's
Yes.
when there is a will, there's always
There's
a way.
always a way.
So
Exactly.
حيلا واحد بده يشتري أو يبيع عندكم علي هون he'll always make it happen.
Absolutely.
always make it
Always.
happen. Ali, is it a good time هلا now how's the market right now؟
It
هلا
is.
usually العالم during the winter بيخافوا يبيعوا البيت أو ما بيحطوا بينطروا لماي.
صح.
When do we see influx نحن؟
We see
March
usually in
or May?
April. March, April, you start to see it. Hala, and it's always January, February are the slowest months in the real estate industry because nobody wants to move.
Okay.
So you see, I always, when people call me January, February, they tell me, Ali, what do you think? It's all weather permitting.
Okay.
I think we had this year all the way till just the other day, we had great weather.
Nice.
We had great
مظبوط.
weather.
مش أول ثلج يعني.
Exactly. So it was pretty good.
هلا.
So
عندنا اتصال على الهواء اكيد علي فيك تسمع الاتصال اذا بدك الو مين معنا؟
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Fab-
good. I just wanted to say thank you, Ali, for all the wonderful information that you're providing. Is there a number that we can call you to ask for houses and stuff?
Yes هلا بنعطيكم رقم التليفون لعلي علي اذا بتحب تعطي رقم التليفون جو ahead.
yeah, I'll give it to you. It's 313
Mhm.
289 2222.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. We'll stay in touch. Thank you for the
Thank you.
wonderful information.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you كلكم ذوق على اتصالكم بنحب نذكركم بارقام التليفونات من ديترويت على 313 769 6666 ومن منزل كندا على 519 256 1023 وتحية لكل اللي عم يحضرونا على الفيسبوك كمان على واتساب ميديا نتورك. زاك تحياتي للجميع تحياتنا لك زاك عفاف يسعد مساكم. سلمى saying blessings to you علي and then Dr. Alex Sabah he's saying amen.
Dr. Alex عزيز على قلبي.
أكيد. واشتريت له أنت بناية هذا
He's moving his clinic down to down the street from his other clinic.
and you made it happen علي.
Yes, absolutely.
معنا اتصال تاني على الهواء تفضلوا.
Hi, I just wanted to say congratulations, Ali, on being #1 in sales.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
thank
that.
you. مين معنا؟ بدنا عم تحكينا؟ ألو؟ قطع الخط يلا ما بيأثر المهم سمعنا التهنئة ثانك يو لكل اللي عم بيدقوا ويشاركوا كلكم ذوق مثل ما قلنا ارقام التليفونات موجودة عم تمرق على الشاشة كمان اللي بيحب يشوفها أو فيكم تتركوا كومنت and في حدا عم يتكس لي عم بيقول لي what's the number let me send them the number بس النمبر هو 313 من ديترويت 313 769 6666 ومن وينزل كندا 519 256 1023. علي سو قلت لي هلا الماركت كنت عم تحكي لي عن الماركت هلا حاليا شوي انه slow.
It's slow right now.
So is it a good time to list your house right now ولا نطور؟
You know what? It's the best time. I always recommend. What I recommend for myself, I'll recommend for
Hello.
others. So my recommendation with like it's all weather permitting, but this is the season right now. Now with this weather that we're having, it's always best to early March, April to start getting the houses up there. That's where you're going to get for the seller, you're going to get the premium amount that you're going to get out there. And for the buyer, it's a good time because, schools are getting ready to be, letting out in June. So by the time they get the process going and stuff, by June, they're all, they're ready to
So
go.
هلا as a seller, how do you get the most amount of money out of your house or out of your listing? And as a buyer, how can you get the best deal? It's a dilemma.
Well, that's the dilemma. That's exactly the dilemma that we have. This is the time. I mean, I always say to somebody that's early on in the summertime,
أكيد.
looking to buy, and they're still having an issue. Sometimes this is we pretty get right. Like for instance, right now we got a couple deals in the pipeline for buyers. They're getting a better deal because the house has been on the market for a few months,
Hello.
and we're trying to get them. They want to be done with it. So
Okay. عندنا اتصال تاني على الهواء تفضلوا مين معنا؟
يا هلا
مرحبا
أهلا
مين معنا تفضلوا؟
عميرة
اوكي أميرة شو تعليقك؟
بس كنت بدي أقول لعلي أنا كتير مبسوطة أنا كنت على الراديو ومبروك كتير لتكون أنت #1 و you're the best.
thank you so
thank you
much. I
كلكم ذوق
appreciate it.
كلكم
كلكم
ذوق.
ذوق.
علي لنرجع للموضوع ثانك يو عم يدقوا لنا ونتشكركم فيكم تضلكم تدقوا لنا من ديترويت على 313 769 6666 من وننزل كندا على 519 256 1023. سو هلا كنت عم تقول لي انه بتقول لهم هلا تو ليستد
هلا yeah.
انه كنا عم نحكي عن
عن
موضوع
الbuyers.
ايه
عن
how do you
الbuyers,
get
yeah.
the most amount of money.
Yeah, so the buyers right now, this is a good time for buyers that are trying to get a better bargain because sometimes the البيوت اللي حاطط هلا يعني مضطر بده يبيع.
مظبوط.
It's very important that they have to sell. So بيجيك buyer that's looking out there, so you'll probably you'll most likely get a better deal right now for a house.
Yeah.
But for the seller early on in spring through the summer months, that's the best time, and you know you're going to get premium amount for your home that you're trying to sell.
اوكي كثير منيح. هلا لما انت you're trying to put a property on sale هلا نحن عم نحاول نفيد العالم من معلوماتك لانه I know you have an extensive knowledge in that field. When you're trying to put your home on sale, شو هن some of the myths that people think انه بيفكروا انه انا والله لازم يكون عندي finished basement ولا لازم يكون عندي one of the top kitchens, you know what I mean, granites وقصص وهيك. Or I need to remodel my house before selling it. What's your recommendation in general? I know it's a case-by-case basis, but in general, what's your recommendation when it comes to selling your property?
You know, like here, it's most importantly decluttering the house.
Okay.
Making it easy to show.
Very good.
You're going to have the homes that have no finished basements. You're going to have the homes that have smaller rooms, whatever the case is. But most important for a seller is to make sure the home is decluttered. It's easy to show, easy access.
Hello.
But it's case-by-case basis. That's what it's going to come down to.
Very good, very good. علي أنا بدي أرجع لموضوع لأنه حبينا نحكي فيه بأول الحلقة وننهي فيه الموضوع بعد ما عندنا كثير وقت نحن فيه نحكي له الموضوع. His phone number أكيد رح نحكيه هلا أكثر عم يسألونا اتصالات عم تجي تحت الهواء عن رقم علي. His phone number is 313-289-2222. فرقم علي شرارة حلا واحد بيحب يتواصل معه هي 313-289-2222. علي متواجد كمان على صفحات التواصل الاجتماعي مثل الفيسبوك انستغرام بس بتكتبوا علي تي شرارة كمان بيطلع لكم الفيسبوك تبعه لعلي او عندكم ويب سايت علي شيء؟
No, we don't have a website.
ان شاء الله بنعمل لك واحد قريبا.
إن شاء الله.
عندنا علي هيدوس صاحبنا خينا علي صاحب ديري كوين على جرين فيلد بيقول لك congrats علي very well
Thank you,
deserved.
خي علي.
روبرت حجازي كمان بيقول لك congrats on being number one. كثير منيح. علي خلينا نرجع لموضوع النمبر 1 خلينا ندور عليها اكثر
نعم.
لانه بدي يعرف العالم قديش حجمها لهيدي مش شغله بسيطه انه حيلا واحد رح ياخذ نمبر 1. عندنا اتصال انا بديش اطش انا سوري يعني عايزين اتصالات بس تفضل مين معنا؟ هلو. طب مين معنا بس خبرونا مين معنا.
Congratulations, Ali, for being number one.
Thank you so much.
كلكم ذوق ثانك يو كلكم ذوق. يعني محبة حلوة المحبة من العالم عم بيدقوا لك وهيك شو صار هالمحبة من العالم؟
عم بقول لك أنا I treat my clients and people يعني إن كان صغير أو كبير I respect everybody.
That's awesome.
And
I
it's
mean,
very
you can
important.
tell. I mean,
Of course.
people calling and congratulating you, Facebook, they're, alhamdulillah. So just as the award itself, Ali, do you have an idea how many teams there is in Michigan?
You know what the exact number?
Rough estimate.
Roughly in Michigan, there's right now, if I have to guess, maybe 4 or 5 teams with Century 21. It's,
Okay.
In the Century 21, but to have an exact number, I don't know.
أنا هيدا فاجأتك في شوي
Yeah,
سؤال
yeah, you had to project it, exactly. Like I said, my team is awfully new.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years.
2008?
Yes.
2008 يعني
I was
started-
always an individual agent,
Yeah.
and then I decided.
هلا as an individual agent I've seen you've been also number one.
Number one, yeah, in the
And-
state, and number 4 in the United States in 2000. I believe that was 2015.
Small
Yeah.
number 4 in the US.
Yes.
2015.
Yes. Yeah.
Ali, what does it take? Sleepless nights.
Look, it takes hard work and dedication, and keeping your clients happy. That's the most important thing. Because I can tell you now, I have clients that since day one I started in the business, they are still my clients. I never upset anybody. Even if it honestly costs me out of pocket to take care of something to make somebody happy in a transaction, I make sure to do that.
Very good, very good. So you did 55 million in sales
Yes.
in 2018.
Yes.
And هيدي السيلز which areas were it? عم نحكي Metro Detroit, Dearborn, where
You know, most of my sales, Anna, it's in Detroit County. I'm that be Dearborn Heights,
Very good.
Canton, Northville, Novi. We're basically, I mean, I go up to Flushing, Michigan, you name it. So it's basically in the, you know, mostly in Dearborn Heights, Canton, Northville. That's a lot of our market based, you know.
هلا I've seen a shift in the market from Dearborn Heights now. بشوف it's booming a bit like in Garden City, like Westland,
Yes.
Canton.
Yes.
What's the reason for that?
You know, you get that. I mean, everybody's shifting. That
Mhm.
likes, you know, they want to go west.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of people from the east side now that are moving to the West Dearborn area, to
Okay.
the Dearborn Heights area. also the Garden City, and then to Canton. You see a lot of people going out to the Canton.
شو السبب بهالموضوع؟ هل يا ترى انه الانشورنس ريتس عندنا هون بالمنطقه هون؟ هل يا ترى انه السبيس انه بدهم محل اكبر يعني؟
It's mostly, remember, عندك East Dearborn, a lot of the homes were built in the 40s, and the 30s and 50s. But when you come out a little bit more to the west, now you're getting into the homes that are built past the 60s and 70s. So that helps. And size is important.
So عم نحكي size، عم نحكي probably some of the factors in insurance، عم نحكي probably يمكن يكون السعر يمكن عليه كمان.
أكيد.
يعني أنت اللي عم بتلاقي بيت يمكن نفس الحجم بجاردن سيتي، نفس الحجم موجود بديربون، بس يمكن قد نص حقه probably.
مظبوط.
هي اللي عم نلاحظ. يعني حتى في ماركتس مثل تايلر، إيلن بارك، عم نشوف العالم، ميلفندل، يعني في
مظبوط.
خصوصا ميلفندل عم شوف كثير من الرجال اليمنيين موجودين بميلفندل.
مظبوط.
هلا انت شو نصيحتك للعالم انه بيكونوا عم يشتروا بيت؟ شو هن الشغلات اللي لازم ينتبهوا لها لما عم بيشتروا بروبرتي من حدا؟
Look, anyone, especially when I get hired as an agent, I honestly treat every customer like I'm buying the house for myself.
Nice.
So I get out there. It's very important to get a private inspection when you're buying a house.
Okay.
Whether it's a new construction, old construction, it doesn't matter. This is very important.
So انت بتنصح العالم انه لما بيكونوا عم يشتروا بروبرتي يعملوا برايفت انسبكشن عليها؟
اكيد because this way
قديش لك علم قديش بتكلف البرايفت انسبكشن؟
يعني حسب السكوير فوتج تاع البيت. عندك يعني the minimum شيء حسب the private inspector but it can go from 250 لحد ال 500.
يعني مناش هالمبلغ الكبير، يعني سمح الله ان كان في ليك بالبيت او كان في مولدنج او كان في شيء بدك تدفع الافات الدولارات لحتى تصلحها.
100%. That's why it's very important to get the private inspection done. This way you're covered. They tell you because مرات بيكون بالattic في molds. مرات بالfoundation في issue crack, issues with the foundation itself. These are what the private inspector comes out there and looks at and kind of sheds a light to let us know what's
أنا اللي لاحظته عليه إنه العالم بيخافوا يجيبوا برايفت انسبكتور، بيكونوا مستعجلين لحتى ما تروح البروبرتي من إيدهم.
I'm totally against that.
Okay, شو بتقول لهم؟
Yeah, it's very important to get a private inspection because عندك أصلاً كل هالprocedure مع ال private inspection takes 7 days out of the transaction.
ما فيهم هن يحطوا مثل for example مثل إنه شو بتسموه أنتو intent to buy for example.
ما هو in the purchase agreement
بيكون في clause إنه
there's a due diligence period. It's called the private inspection period, which we could put in there 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. He just the fact getting the private inspector to come out. If you can get them the next day to come out after an offer is accepted, great. But it's very important to get that.
مهم انه يفهموها العالم انه انت لما تشتري بيت او تشتري بروبرتي فيك تحط على البيرشيز اجريمنت انت بالدو ديليجنس اللي بيقول عنها عليه، فيك تحط انت بند من هودي البنود انه it's related to انا doing a private inspection based on the report of the private inspection. اذا طلع شيء فيه بالبيت انا بحق لي اتراجع عن هيدا المبيع. ما بيطلع علي ولا بلانتي ولا شيء.
حتى or you can go back and renegotiate the price or ask the seller to do the repairs.
بحق لك يعني
100%.
إذا بتكتشف في شيء بالبيت من خلال البرايفت انسبكشنز بحق لك ترجع تتناقش بالسعر، تنزله أو تتخلى عن الديل أو تفسخ العقد إنه خلص من العقد.
And that's why it's important.
Very good. تعالي نحن وصلنا يعني اسم الله وقت برق الوقت بسرعة معك. It's already 3:32 تقريبا. شو المسج تبعك أنت للشباب تبع الجالية للجالية بشكل عام؟ Anybody that's going into this field أو إنه the field of going into business. شو المسج تبعك؟
It's very important. Keep your customers happy. That's very important. And getting into this business, like I said, it's a pyramid that you're trying to build, and you're building it with the respect, the integrity, and building it on those bases is very important.
يعني تكون صادق مع العالم، محترمهم.
100%.
أكيد هو اللي بدك تعمل.
This is very important. In any kind of business that you're establishing, this is the best. And I've taken that since I started in the real estate business. Alhamdulillah, it's got me here to my success. And again, it's all to the wonderful clients that are out there.
Ali, you're for residential and business, right?
Both, yes.
So
I do
anybody
both.
that's looking commercial, residential,
صح.
you're the to-go
35%, 40% of my business come in as commercial.
Very good.
Yes.
Awesome. خلينا نرجع نذكركم قبل ما علي غادرنا وننتقل للقسم الثاني من الحلقة. أرقام التليفونات هي رقم التليفون هو 313-289-2222. رقم التليفون لعلي شرارة 313-289-2222. علي متواجد على صفحات التواصل الاجتماعي، بس بتكتبوا علي تي شرارة وحتى لكم رقم علي نحن ككومنت على شو الأخبار واتساب ميديا نتورك على الفيسبوك كمان موجودة. علي بس بتكتبوا علي تي شرارة أو علي تي شرارة أو علي تي شرارة تيم بيطلع لكم صفحتهم موجودة على الفيسبوك، أو إذا بتكتب جوجل علي شرارة، أو إذا بتسأل حيالله واحد علي شرارة بدلك عليه. فرقم التليفون لعلي 313-289-2222. أنا بدي أتشكرك علي
حبيبي thank you for
We're very
having me.
proud of you.
Thank you so
يعني اسم
much.
الله عليك. يعني
Thank you.
for you to start in 2008 as a team, 2018 now you're number one in Michigan.
Thank you.
You're making all of us proud.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks to
you
this
for-
wonderful community and to the clients and وبشكرك على
ان شاء الله بيكون لنا لقاءات معك ان شاء الله
Thank you.
قريبا
إن شاء الله.
نستفيد من خبرتك بهذا المجال
Thank you.
قريبا ان شاء الله
لنا
علي
الشرف.
حبيبي.
لنا الشرف.
بنتشكر كل اللي سمعونا باول بارت من الحلقه، كان معنا علي شرارة باول بارت. بالقسم الثاني من الحلقه رح يكون معنا خلود فرحات ومنى ظاهر نتحدث عن جمعيه اديكير فور اول والنشاطات اللي هن عم بيقوموا فيها. فرح ناخذ بريك قصير وبنرجع لكم بحلقتنا من واتساب شو الاخبار. خليكم معنا. مرة بنتلاقى بحدا يسألنا شو الأخبار، تابعونا كل نهار الساعة 3. فرز الكمبيوتر. في علي شرارة شو بعمل لك؟ تجرد وموضوع. برنامج شو الأخبار مع حسين هاشم كل نهار 4 الساعة 3 على راديو سينا 102.
بعرف أغاني من هون شو
هاي ما بيأثر. ما تحطي بلاك سكرين خليها.
لا اسكت.
عم تسألوا نحن مين؟ موقع شو الأخبار، موقع
أنا فتي قبل الخضر. فتي قبل الخضر.
لكل حدا بيشتغل مثل خلية
الله
محل
يعافيك.
ليغطي أخبار الجاليات بميشيغان والعالم، تأمين إخبارية، برامج حوارية مباشرة، تقديم المناسبات، برامج مروعة، إعلانات، بالإضافة إلى إعادة فرص عمل. موقع شو الأخبار عالمك الصغير الكبير ليوصلك كل شي جديد. تابعونا الآن.
مستمعينا بنعود لكم بالقسم الثاني من حلقتنا ببرنامج واتساب شو الاخبار مع حسين هاشم على الهواء مباشره. نحن كل نهار 4 من الساعه 3 للساعه 4، وكمان على صفحتنا على الفيسبوك واتساب ميديا نتورك اللي فيكم تحضرونا صوت وصوره، وفيكم تحطوا لنا تعليقات او سؤالات وكمان نحن بنقدر نجاوبكم عليها. بنحب نرجع نتشكر اللي عم يدعموا صفحاتنا على السوشيال ميديا اللي هن حميد دكروب، المحامي حميد دكروب، ستيت بروبيت وستيت بلاننج بروبيت اتورني، ابلايد مودرن هاوس دكتور هزيمه، بيج ريز كويك ووب موجود على اوكلاند وفورد رود بديربون، واسواق البلد ايفر فريش ماركت. حيلا واحد از انترستد انه تو ادفرتايز وذ اس او يكون سبونسر او ادفرتايزر في يتواصل معنا على 313-258-6799 اهلا وسهلا بهلا بخضر ومنى انضموا لنا لحتى نتحدث عن جمعيه اديكير فور اول. فاهلا وسهلا فيكم.
Hi, حبيبي.
شو اخباركم؟
I promise I made it on time.
ايه هذيك المرة أنت خربت لنا إياها، جيت لنا 15 دقيقة مأخر.
Sorry about that, man. I promise this time بكون على الوقت. يعطيك العافية الله يقويك.
الله يعافيك.
وعم تعملوا عمل جبار وعمل جيد، فتحية لك ولكل الطاقم اللي بيشتغلوا معك.
الله يخليك حبيبي. منى عرفونا شوي عن حالكم. منى عارفين عن حالك شوي وبيرجع خضر بيعرفنا عن حاله اللي بيعرفوكنش.
So اسمي منى ظاهر. عمري 24 سنة. I'm a recent graduate from U of M Dearborn. I majored in biochemistry. Yeah, I come from a big family. I'm one of 7 kids. I'm the oldest. So انت عارفهم كلهم.
أكيد.
عارفة.
تحية للعائلة أكيد.
Yeah, so that's kind of
خضر
my
عرفنا
background.
عن خضر فرحان.
حبيبي.
هلا أنا أهلي محلية هلا نحن
إيه،
أنا
مش
مرتاح معك.
وهي كمان كان صار
صرنا زمان مش قاعدين، هلا صارت مناسبة إنه نقعد مع بعض.
كانت منى عم تقول لي بدها تفل. She's so nervous. طولي بالك شوي. خضر فرحات. يعني I'm blessed to serve the community in any capacity I can. I just finished my political science degree from University of Michigan.
Very good.
I started 3 weeks ago my MPA, Masters in Public Administration and Policy.
نايس. منى خبرينا عن Educare for All، شو الهدف تبع الجمعية وشو هن البرامج اللي انتم عم بتقوموا فيها، يعني some of the programs you guys have been doing.
So Educare for All is based on the motto of education and care for all.
Very good.
So it's kind of a twist where we educate our community on issues and topics that kind of need to need to have a conversation about.
Very good.
And we also we do a lot of charity work within the community. We try to further outside of our community to kind of reach more people. So we have we've had backpack drives, multiple backpack drives within the past 2 to 3 years.
Very good.
We've had back to school festivals. We've spent time with domestic shelter, at domestic shelters, domestic abuse victims. So things like that, just to
هل يا ترى انتم شغلكم محدود بمنطقه ديربون او بتطلعوا لمناطق ثانيه كمان بتقدموا المساعده اللي هن حسب البرامج تبعكم؟ تفضل go ahead.
So, Medicare for All, basically, first off, it's a pleasure and a privilege to serve on this board.
Okay.
It's a great deal of humanitarian and charity work.
Awesome.
It's not about Dearborn, of course. It's not about any city, county, religion, ethnicity, and background. It's about everybody.
Very good.
Having said that, we serve in Detroit, with other organizations if necessary. We team up with the police department a lot. So if there's a need to be somewhere, we'll be there.
Very good. who's Medicare for All is formed of? هل يا ترى في ايج محدد للعالم اللي فيهم ينضموا للبورد تبع Medicare for All ولا هي مفتوحة للجميع؟
It's open for everybody.
Okay.
Who any student.
شو التركيز تبعكم؟ هل يا ترى تركيزكم على اشخاص من عمر 25 and under?
Well, basically the youth.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, no doubt about that. يعني كنا كتير نشوف جمعيات أو مؤسسات خيرية إنه القيادات العليا فيها وحتى الناشطين فيها يعني يعطيهم ألف عافية يقويهم مش من جيل الشباب.
مظبوط.
عرفت كيف؟ فعم نحاول نخلي إديكير هي نوع من الحالة الفريدة من نوعها أو القليلة جدا موجودة على الساحة اللي هي بقيادة شباب اليوث بورد كلها من هاي سكول وكولج ستودنتس وكل شيء فيها من الألف للياء.
أنا أعتقد يعني هي الحالة الوحيدة الموجودة هلا ككوميونتي أورجانيزيشن مش كستودنت أورجانيزيشن ككوميونتي أورجانيزيشن اللي مبلشينها يعني كفاوندرز والبورد ممبرز تبعها كلهم هن 30 or under يعني.
Yeah, I think the unique thing about our board is they are I think it's important to have fresh voices
مزبوط.
and that's where the youth part comes in. And I think our goal was to have youth from different backgrounds.
Very good.
So not just Arab American backgrounds. We want more than one, because it's
one
not
diverse group.
Different job careers they have. So we didn't want to focus on one type of person. We wanted different.
So you guys have on the board different backgrounds and different حتى backgrounds in terms of يعني fields يعني عندكم lawyers
exactly.
and pharmacists to engineers
talkative people.
And business.
talkative people.
Yeah.
advocate.
I talk. That's the way I do. I talk.
السؤال اللي بينطرح على طول بس يكون في non-profit organization, how do you guys fund your programs?
Okay.
يعني منين بتجيبوا مصاري لحتى تقدروا تقوموا بهيدي البرامج اللي عم تقوموا فيها؟
I'm going to put it in a way that we earn our funds from those who believe in us.
Very nice.
Exactly.
I like this.
Yeah.
Those who believe in our mission, in our activities, and what we aim to accomplish, they reach out and they help.
Very good.
And they can see that in action.
Yeah.
We are not about one event every 3 months. We are about 2 or 3 events at least every month.
Nice.
And this upcoming Saturday, 3 days from now, we have.
بدنا نحكي عنه هذا خليه شوي لبعد.
Yeah.
بس أنا عجبتني الكلمة اللي قلتها خضر إنه we earn.
Yes.
We earn by those who believe in us.
Yes, that's
أنت
respect.
لازم تستعملها من يوم ورايح.
That's respect.
That's a good.
Just like when you go to work and you earn money because you're working, right?
Hey.
So that was same here. We are devoting a lot of time, a lot of efforts, a lot of thinking, a lot of strategies.
A lot of personal money sometimes.
Exactly, and out of pocket is how it started. And we are kindly asking all our networks and our supporters to support, and they never really fail on.
يعني so
helping.
far
Yes.
since Medicare for All started, it's been donations
All
by
donations.
individuals and small businesses,
Who
حتى
believe in
members
our
of
mission.
Medicare for
Yes,
All.
yes, who believe in our mission. Yes.
So you guys don't have like governmental funds, right?
No,
No.
not yet.
ما بتاخدوا مصاري من
No.
الجفرمنت.
No, it's all the
مع إنه we are a non-profit organization.
Yeah.
بعد
Yes.
لحد هلا you guys didn't apply for any of them.
Honestly, because we are overwhelmed with the community support and love.
Okay.
We never again our support.
يعني
is
the main goal is
responsive.
to serve يعني.
Yes.
Exactly.
Whatever penny we have, we're gonna put it on
Every
It's not
serving.
the most important.
It's all in the papers.
Very good.
It's all written and it's all reported to tax every year and everything.
And it's open to anybody to come and see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
open,
like
yes.
too. We've had a lot of our supporters and businesses and individuals that have donated. They've came to our events. They saw all the work that we put in behind the scenes,
Yeah.
in front of people that attended to whatever they attended. So I think that because we have such like an open door policy where everyone is invited. That's what I think keeps them coming back to support us.
Very good.
You know, let me put it that way too. I mean,
تفضل خالد.
when your heart is not in the middle of the entire situation, no matter how fenced the place is, and what you do is you're not gonna feel like you're home. And those who are coming to attend your events won't feel the same.
اوكي عندنا اتصال على الهواء، تفضلوا مين معنا؟
أهلا.
مرحبا، كيفك يا زينب؟
قلت لها أكيد زينب.
I just want to say you guys are doing wonderful work. And I just wanted to say hi to Mona.
Hi Zainab.
ما فيش حي لخضر ها؟
Hi Khatar as well, but I think
I'll take it even if you didn't mean
she's
it.
a wonderful individual.
Appreciate you.
زينب ما انت معهم بالاورجنايزيشن،
I know.
انتوا ما انت عم تحكي كانك غريبه، ما you're a board member.
And thankful that you do.
No problem.
Yes.
Thank you زينب for your call. فضحناها لزينب.
You know, it's I mean, again, I really still believe in this. If whatever you choose to do, if your heart is not in the middle of it, it's not gonna make that different. You're not gonna make that different feeling, the different touch. Alhamdulillah, me, Mona, you, everybody else who helped along, whether from the media, side of it, whether from the fundraising, those who are in attendance, our beloved community members, that either volunteer with us or they are benefiting from our services, they all feel that they are home and they are part of it.
Nice. خضر يعني who can get involved with how أول شيء who and how can people get involved with Educare for All?
Well, we have a website, educareforall.com, and that's the web. We're on Facebook. We as members can be reached, via email, text, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My name is Hussein Hachem. That's on my Facebook. Mona Daher, on Facebook as well, right?
Yeah.
So many ways. And then how? Again, who can join? Anyone who has the love and the passion to serve. And number one. Number two, anyone who's aware of somebody who can be benefit from these services that we will talk about in a little bit.
أكيد.
Also can reach out and ask for help.
هلا حتى نضوي نحن عندنا يوز بورد كمان غير المين بورد اللي انتم We have an amazing news board. معك حق 100% وتحية لروان أكيد كانت معنا على الراديو شو مش من زمان. روان حيدر. She's doing an amazing job صراحة with the youth board. منى حكي لنا عن اليوز board. Who's the chairwoman of the youth board and some of the activities the youth board have done so far?
Yeah, so the youth board, the chairwoman is chairwoman. Again, we have a woman running
شفت
the
نحن عندنا Educare for All. Women are running the show.
We made it before the governor.
Yeah, شفت؟ نحن يعني منى as the chairwoman of the main board of Educare for All of the executive board وعندنا روان حيدر she's a chairwoman of the youth board. نحن الشباب لاحقينكم.
Yes.
شو بدنا نعمل؟ يلا.
Yeah, so Rawan is running the youth board, and they're very, very active, very passionate group of individuals. I know that they just held a panel at Fortson High School. They're really focused on kind of breaking the barriers and the molds of, like, for example, like the Arab American community, what careers they want to go into, so on and so forth. I know that they want to help the senior citizens. They have that program where they kind of just go and little things like raking their leaves, shoveling their snow, things like that go a long way because, again, we're very personable. So it's kind of, shaking their hand and telling them, we can help you with whatever you need.
Very good.
The best feeling in the world when you feel that you're appreciated and you're respected, and when your efforts are not gone unnoticed. So the goal behind establishing and running this youth board through Educare for All is not only to call them up to move tables and to split off chairs and to guide people into our events. We want them to be the main muscle, which they are the main muscle.
They run their own show.
Exactly. They run their own show from A to Z. So we really appreciate them. Without them, we can't do all what we do. So they are doing such great job, and really they are doing such major job. Again, not only great job, but major job. It's not about the last touches and the logistics.
Very good. حيلا واحد بيحب يشاركنا وعنده سؤال عن موضوع نحن عم نتحدث فيه حاليا. في يتصل فينا من ديترويت على 313-769-6666 313-769-6666 ومن وينزر كندا على 519-256-1023 أو فيكم تتركوا تعليق على البث المباشر اللي نحن موجودين هلا فيه حاليا على صفحة واتساب ميديا نتورك على الفيسبوك. صوت وصورة نحن موجودين حاليا وإن شاء الله عنا إعلان بآخر البرنامج وكمان رح يطلع هذا الإعلان بحلقة خاصة إن شاء الله نهار الجمعة نحن نزلنا رح نطلع بحلقة خاصة عن الإعلان بدنا نعمل عنه عن الويب سايت رايت عن السربرايز أكيد فخلوكم لآخر الحلقة لتعرفوا شو هي السربرايز. عندنا تعليق هلا مش عارفين هلا فارقام التليفونات عم تمرق كمان على السوشيال ميديا اللي بيحب يشوف ارقام التليفونات. عندنا تعليق من فراس ابو عبيده بيقول thank you خضر for all the contributions that you make to our community. I love you.
فراس I love you back bud.
حلو. خضر ومنى خبرونا عن الايفنت اللي رح يصير نهار السبت بالجينيسيس هاوس. شو هو هيدا الايفنت وليش عملتوه بهيدا المكان تحديدا؟
So the Genesis house we visited previously, and we kind of make it a point to come after the holidays because so basically at the premises of it we go and we kind of just sit with them, have a hot meal with them, and these are like parents and children who are victims of domestic abuse and homelessness. So we go, we have a hot meal, we give them some entertainment just to make them laugh a little bit, and we try to donate warm clothes just so they can
detergents and
yeah.
stuff. هلا هيدا السنتر اللي هونيك هل يا ترى هو انا حسب ما بعرف هو it's only for women واولادهم بس.
Yes.
يعني it's only for women and kids affected by domestic violence, by addiction, by homelessness. شو السبب اخترتوا هيدا المركز خضر بالتحديد؟
You know, this is part of our outreach that we do, and again, we are highlighting something that has been often overlooked. And even it can be talked about through the news and some research and studies. We don't see much of exposure over these issues. Plus, a lot of these victims do not speak up, so they keep it between them and their own, and that's very dangerous. So we just try to go there just to spend some quality time. Donate and listen to them and see how can we help. So it's not about one event only. Hopefully we can establish something that we can do in the future too.
Very good, very good. بدكم مساعدات شي من العالم? Do we still accepting donations for that event?
For the event itself, let me say that Haib Restaurant is supposed to get with us regarding the food. Tahamas said, that if they can't give out food because of lack of workers that early in the morning, because they want to give us fresh food, which we thank them for that, they will willing to donate money.
I know Big Ray's donated, he gave me a check yesterday, so thank you Big Ray's Big Ray's on Oldman and Ford Road. Thank you for your donation.
Yes,
for that
so
event.
Educare for All again is always accepting donation and everything is up, for review, and we all use it for every single penny we get on our events. We might have some left over sometime from this specific fundraiser, for example, but we use it in the future event as well. So
just to make it clear, we don't have rent, we don't have anybody that gets paid as a member or officer or anything.
Exactly.
يعني your 100% of your donations goes towards
all
the
our
events.
programs,
Yes,
all our
هيدي كتير نقطة مهمة لأنه في كتير organizations for example 99% or 80% of the money goes للأجارات للشغيلة والexpenses and only like probably 5% goes towards programs and donations and stuff. كتير مهم يتضوى عليها الموضوع.
Again, our members are doing it out of like love and
they're
passion.
volunteering.
Yeah, exactly.
They're volunteering their time
for
and
their
effort
services.
and money.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, sometimes we'll have our meetings at 7:30,
After work,
8 p.m. just to accommodate
لأنه كلهم
everyone's work
بيشتغلوا. I mean,
schedule.
everyone
so
works until 6 or
everyone
7.
has their 9 to 5, 9 to 6 jobs. So, they're coming evening, and we're staying sometimes till 9 p.m. just to make sure all our events are solidified and executed properly.
So still anybody that want to donate for this event or any event that's coming up in the future, Finn, they can call which number, Mana? Do we have like a number?
They can call my number, which is 313-450-3786. Also on our website, we do have a section where you can donate online. And always reach out to us via Facebook, or we do have an Instagram. So we're always looking for people if they want to donate and hopefully
we don't only want their donation, we want their involvement. Bravo.
Get involved.
أكثر من مرة في كتير شباب أصحابنا يعني they donated to the cause, but what made a difference more in their life إنه جابوا أولادهم معهم الإيفنت وقالوا لنا إنه for example it made a big difference بحياة أولادهم. يعني ابنهم اللي كان يتذمر من الأكل أو يقول why we only have one kind of food or why we only have this food. لما أخذناهم معنا على ديترويت نحن عم نوزع أكل.
It was a huge eye opener.
It was an eye opener for their kids.
It's
they start appreciating stuff more.
Yes, these events are very purposeful and impactful. We don't do it just to do it. We do it because we believe in what we do, and we believe in helping, and most importantly, we believe in setting a model for others to follow.
أكيد 100% أنا with you 100%. احكي لنا خضر عن السنتر البيتيلر that we went and visited.
Absolutely.
And what we've done with Muhammad
Yes.
Asman last year,
Yes,
we
yes,
were the only
uh,
organization actually to basically go to his house and talk to him and award him something, just so we can support him in the hard time that he was
Absolutely.
going
Well,
through.
Muhammad Osman is an angel watching over his family
Akid, Allah
and over his friends, his relatives, the community, the entire, everybody who knew him, the entire circle that knew him. Yes, we, first off, tahiyya his dad, Hassan Othman.
Akid.
He's a beloved member of our community, and he's a dear brother of ours. You know, it's a privilege to know this family and to go and see Muhammad. We sat with him back on January 17th of last year.
صار له سنة. Exactly.
Yes,
صار له سنة.
exactly. He promised not to give up, and he didn't give up. I mean, he kept
He
fighting
fought
for the last
until the
breath. It was quite a tough battle. I mean, you know, like we were saying about 15 months of stage 4. We spent a quality time with him. You know, we always checked on him periodically. Then, you know, he passed away. That what God wanted. الله يرحمه ويرحم الجميع.
يرحم
الأموات.
يعني
يرحمك يا حسين, by the way,
Thank you,
كمان.
Khadir.
Yes, absolutely. And then this is again very humanitarian and very aim. You know, this aim to cheer him up and to show people that despite the hardship and the pain, we should never give up. Now for the
بس
center.
أنا بحتى ما أنساش، أنا بحب ضوي على شغلة إنه نحن لما اجتمعنا بعتقد من سنة لما نزلنا عشان أخذنا قرار إنه نحن ما رح نحط كل شيء بنعمله، ما رح نحط على السوشيال ميديا احتراما للعالم اللي نحن عم نخدمهم، للعالم اللي نحن عم نقدم لهم خدمات أو سيرفيسز اللي نحن عم نقدمها. فأوقات بشوف حدا بيقول لي حسين أنتم مش عم تعملوا كتير شغلات، بقول له نحن عم نعمل كتير شغلات بس أنتم ما عم بتشوفوها لأنه نحن احتراما لهالاشخاص اللي نحن عم نشتغل معهم ما فينا نحط كل شيء على بعض، يعني نحط شغلات محددين. مثل هذيك المره لما نزلنا على المستشفى في الاعلامي عباس ابو خضر الموجه تحيه صور من برا يعني، وحتى نحن لما حطينا صوره برات المستشفى، ما حطينا ولا صوره لاي من المرضى اللي كانوا موجودين بالمستشفى تحت بديترويت.
Even before that كنا we were wrapping gifts, and one of our board members mentioned a family that was kind of down on their luck. وبنفس النهار رحنا على البيت وأعطيناهم هدايا. It was the best day of their life. بس ما حطينا.
هذه صارت بالكريسماس مزبوط. نحن عم نعمل هدايا وفي عائلة كانت محتاجة وأمهم صار لها زمان ميتة والأباي، نأخذ لهم هدايا ونأخذ لهم أغراض للبيت ونفرش البيت تبعهم كله تقريبا من مساعدات من خلال البورد ممبر تبعنا اللي هن قاموا بهذا الموضوع. فنحن مش كل شيء بنحطه على اكيد، وحتى واحد بحب يطلع على الشغلات اللي نحن عم نقوم فيها اكيد موجوده بيانات عنا بالشركه بالجمعيه عن هيدي الشغلات اللي عم نقوم فيها.
وكمان يعني even if you highlight ما هو goal for us, our goal is not to show off, God forbids, to say hey we're doing good. Because if you want to do good, you don't ask for it. To my point. So even if we just, the goal is to motivate and to spread the word, because who knows, somebody might be able to help and they want to help but they don't know where to go to help. So in this way we are actually blocking the way of them making some good deeds too. So بدنا كل good deeds.
أكيد. Everyone is after good deeds. Everyone is after making an impact. أكيد Recare for All is not the only organization that's making an impact, but it's one of the organizations that's trying to make an impact.
Yes.
Just very briefly. أكيد تحية للجميع اللي عم بيشتغلوا، جميع اللي عم بيساعدوا. It's every bit helps. It doesn't matter what you're doing, every bit helps.
Absolutely.
وإن كانت middle school student ولا high school ولا college ولا any member of our communities that you're trying to do something. يعني تحية للي كانوا عم يعملوا امبارح، عم بيجمعوا مصاري لحتى يحفروا بير بلبنان تحت اسم المرحوم محمد عثمان يعني. تحية لكل واحد. هودي هاي سكول ستودنت عم بيقوموا في الايفنت، فتحية لهم. Everyone that's doing something. God bless you. Very briefly, Mona, what are some of the programs that you guys do? شو هن categories of the programs that you guys do?
So we have our Live to Give program, which is what we do monthly, or we try to do monthly or more than once a month, where we go down to maybe a homeless shelter, feed the homeless, like things like that. We have our back to school, which includes our back to school festivals and our back to school backpack drives.
Back to school festival اللي بينعمل هون بديرهم مع ديرهم بوليس اللي بيحضروا
تقريبا police department. Yeah, so visual fish up to I think 1000 شنط بيكونوا، والهودي بالحاجة بيجوا بياخدوا شنطة وعنا أكل و fun activities for them to do. Just لحتى ينبسطوا لأنه المدرسة is coming. I know not everyone gets excited about school.
نحن we wanted to make something exciting.
Yeah, just to get them a little bit hyped up for school.
أكيد.
وعنا our college and education program where we kind of guide them through FAFSA, how to go about writing essays and going about applying for college.
عندنا educate for all talks.
Edu talks,
Edu
which we
talks.
try to have once a month. We have someone within our community who is kind of breaking barriers, going against the mold. Just we want one-on-one, personable
Very good.
people.
خضر, very briefly, I noticed we've partnered with different organizations lately. فيك تكون سريع شوي خضر لأنه ما عشان وقت.
Yes, right.
هل يا ترى هو هدفكم إنه تتعاملوا مع أكثر جمعيات تانيين؟ شو الهدف من وراء هيدا؟
Again, no
وسريعاً.
doubt. No doubt. Any organization who's willing to team up with us and to, work as partners, we welcome that with open arms.
Open hand
Yes,
policy.
exactly. And we're more than happy to share, as long as we have that common goal and common mission.
اوكي خضر ومنى، انا بدي اتشكركم لانه كنتوا معنا
Thank you so much.
بالحلقه. كلمه اخيره للعالم اللي عم يسمعونا على كانوا اليوز ولا كانوا الكوميونتي ان جنرال.
Just one word: get out and chase your passion and serve. Life is not going to stay forever.
اوكي منى.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, especially for the youth, your voice matters. No effort is too little, and hopefully everything the best for everyone.
اكيد. and we want to encourage everyone. انا بدي اسال الجميع. I want to encourage everyone to look up Educate for All. Go to educateforall.com. شوفوا النشاطات اللي عم بتقوم فيها الجمعيه، الشباب اللي عم بيقوموا بهيدي النشاطات، اللي عم بيقوموا بهالافكار وعم بيطبقوها. دعموهم لانه هودي مستقبلنا. الشباب هو مستقبل هيدي الجاليه. دعموهم كانوا بوقتكم او بكلمه حلوه، كلمه طيبه هي صدقه، فدعموهم بكلماتكم الحلوه، دعموهم بمصاريكم اذا فيكم تدعموهم بالمصاري. شو ما كان الاماونت it's not little. شو رقم التليفون very quickly اذا بدهم يتواصلوا مع Educate for All منى سريعا؟
313-450-3786.
اوكي. شكرا لكل اللي عم يتسمعونا
Thank you for having us.
من الواتساب. اهلا وسهلا من واتساب. شو الاخبار؟ نحن معكم كل نهار 4 من 3 ل 4 على راديو سينا 102.3 FM بمواضيع مختلفة وضيوف متعددين. شكرا لكالي المخرجي تبعنا على الراديو، شكرا لزينة المخرجي تبعنا على السوشيال ميديا. تابعونا على واتساب ميديا نتورك. ان شاء الله رح نكون نحن لايف نهار الجمعة باعلان خاص، فانتظرونا. الى اللقاء، الى ان نلتقي الجمعة الجاية.